Thank you all for coming, and I'd like to recognize Councilman Johnson, who is here with us. Thank you, Councilman Johnson, for your attendance today. Appreciate all of you coming. So we did a little shuffle for this month's mayoral employee recognition event, so everybody sees the cushy seats are up front. And so I warned before that there may or may not be incentive to kind of move it forward a little bit, and it doesn't look like, well, Mr. Barker acted on it, but he could be or could not be.
Showing leadership.
Stephanie's here.
For the $100. $100 thing in it. I said, "Lord, I had $100."
So appreciate you sitting up front and bringing it up front. Everyone, welcome to the October. I know it's November 1st, but this event is to recognize those employees for the month of October. That we've got our Employee of the Month, and then we also have our employees that celebrated a milestone anniversary, be it 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, et cetera, as a part of the city team. And appreciate you all coming to be a part of that. As I mention each and every month, the Employee of the Month is awarded to an individual, an active member of the city's team that makes life easier for the rest of us. They make us look good to our citizens and our constituents. They serve as an example for others to follow, and this month is no exception to that. The nominations are provided. A committee of your peers then chooses among the nominations to select our Employee of the Month, and that happens each and every month. So we're going to start off by recognizing our October 2016 Employee of the Month recipient. This individual began her employment with the city on May 26, 2006 as an EPS clerical assistant, then later worked as an EPS program specialist beginning on February 4th of 2015, and then was hired into a full-time budgeted regular position of program specialist, which is where she continues to serve today as a member of the Parks and Recreation Department. Here's what was written about this nominee, and there were several people that chimed in to write positive things for this individual. Cheryl Fox wrote, "Maggie is the ultimate, quote, team player, end quote, continually going beyond what is asked of her. She does a fantastic job at Gulf Point. It is involved in many of the special events that our department puts on. She constantly has a smile on her face and a positive outlook towards any situations that may come up. Her untiring efforts, hard work, and dedication to the Parks and Recreation Department make her a tremendous asset for all." Then Tim Land wrote, "I want to thank Maggie, who went above and beyond by taking time out of her day, even though she had somewhere she needed to be. Maggie offered to go pick up the volunteers for me, knowing I had work to do for another Parks and Recreation event. When Maggie got back from picking up the volunteers, she stayed to help me till almost noon. She's a true team player. I can't thank her enough for her help. Maggie had my back, and I thanked her for it." Lastly, Kim Carmody of Parks and Recreation wrote the following. "Maggie is a can-do team player. Whenever and wherever there is a need, she is the first to volunteer and step up to assist. She does this with enthusiasm, positive energy, and a willingness to get the job done while offering the best service possible." It's for these reasons that we'd like to recognize Maggie Loches as October's Employee of the Month. Maggie, where's Maggie? All the way in the back.
Come on down. Good job, Maggie.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Look at that smile, everybody. Every time I see Maggie, this is what I get to see. Always. This is ours, Maggie, all right?
All right.
I'm just kidding. But anyways, thank you for what you did.
Thank
Listen, I've known Maggie a while, and I can promise you, Maggie is feisty, fearless, she is dedicated, and she is definitely a team player. I think Maggie and I's first encounter might have been at Bayview Park. I don't remember. Is that right?
Yes.
Maggie was tough. She was challenging the mayor, and I was like, all right, Ashton, bite your tongue. But most importantly, Maggie, thank you for what you do for our city, because people really appreciate it. And I know your team gave you some really great accolades, but I hear it from the community, and that's really important. In a town this small, you hear everything. So thank you for what you do. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Keep smiling, all right?
All right.
Thanks, Maggie.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. There were several other employees that were nominated for the month of October, and just like I do every month, if I was nominated, I'd want to know that somebody had thought enough about me to write something nice. So I'll run through the list and let you know who the others were that were considered this month. Justin Paul of Parks and Recreation Department, Greg Gomez with Pensacola Police Department, Cheryl Jackson with Financial Services Department, Carolyn Connors with Pensacola Police Department, and Melinda Grogan with the fire department. So round of applause for those individuals. All right, and all of those were for a job well done. I appreciate those that made the nominations last month, and so we had a pretty good choice to present to our committee for them to review and choose who they deemed or who they felt were the best of the best. And I ask that those of you that make your nominations continue to keep those coming in so our nomination review committee can consider your nominations. Next, we're going to move on to recognize those that celebrate a milestone anniversary as part of the city's team. And we're going to begin with those that celebrated their one-year anniversary last month as part of the city team. So when I call your name, please come forward and accept your one-year certificate. The first of those is Melinda Grogan with the fire department. Yeah, so first year anniversary, but the chief was quick to point out it's also her 10th year anniversary, so she has been with the fire department for quite some time. We have just now hit her 1 year mark as full-time regular city employee, so congratulations, Mary. Natalie Brew of the Human Resources Division. Hey, Natalie.
Natalie, she's tough too, y'all.
Miriam Woods of Technology Resources. Miriam? Miriam is another one that's been with the city for quite some time, but first formal.
Fearless, right?
Fearless.
That's what I think when I see you. She's always smiling down the stairs too. Thanks, I appreciate it.
We have Ralph Allen III with Pensacola Police Department.
Ralph, how's it going? Good? Doing good? We know you're fearless, right?
Yeah.
That's the battle ones, I said.
Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, and the last is Bobby Eccles with Technology Resources.
Bobby, congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Next, we're going to move on to those individuals that are celebrating. We have one individual celebrating his 10-year anniversary this month. So it'll be, when I call your name, please come forward and accept your 10-year pin. And that individual is Jimmy Mobley of Pensacola Energy. Is Jimmy here? Don?
He's working a call.
And he's still after it after 10 years. Let's have a round of applause. Yeah. We'll get his pin to him. There were several others that were asked to come and participate in this month's event. They confirmed that they were unable to attend, so I'll go through the list of those. And then we have several others that if you're here, if you'll call your name, we're prepared to present you with your information, but we didn't know if you were going to be able to make it or not. So those that were confirmed of not attending were Amber Cates, 1 year with inspection services. Amber's not here. Angela Rockstead, 15 years with Pensacola Fire Department. Stephanie Trostic with inspection services, 15 years. Where was Bill at? Bill, it's a couple of your people.
I'm short at work, so she's working.
I got you. God bless. And then Cynthia D'Angelo, 20 years with the police department, and Sherry Carlton, 10 years with Public Works. Let's have a round of applause for those. And then the next, I'll go through the list one at a time. If you're here, stand up and we'll recognize you. If you're not here, then we'll make sure that these individuals get their certificate or their pins. All of these individuals were to receive their one-year certificate. Colin Osley, 1 year with the police department. Oh, he's here. Come on down. He's not here. He's
DQ
here.
was walking in, I was like, where's that? This is my good side, right?
One more. Thanks.
And you even made me blush.
Next is Zachary Harris, the police department. I believe he's in the academy right now, so he was unable to attend. Curtis Evangelista, no, police department, 1 year. Benjamin Johnson, 1 year with Pensacola Energy. Rodney Grice, Jr., 1 year with Pensacola Energy. Harold McNeil, 1 year Pensacola Energy. Shane Clopton, 1 year Pensacola Energy. Dominic Jones, 1 year Pensacola Energy, and I'm willing to bet that all these individuals, Don, you could probably verify, they're probably part of a crew. And so they're probably making sure that someone either has access to gas services or that nothing goes boom. So we appreciate what they do. The next two individuals and the last of that were invited for this month will be celebrating their 5-year anniversary. Trevor Mayo, 5 years with the police department. If I understand correctly, he works nights, Chief. And then Joshua Hudson, 5 year with the police department. Could be the same scenario. So let's have a round of applause for all those individuals. So each and every time we have one of these events, I stress to each and every one of you how it takes just a few minutes to recognize someone. It could be a pivotal point in their career, to recognize something that they do, or they may not even realize. They may be such a team player that they don't realize that the things they do really are a positive influence and really do make life easier for each and every one of us. As we look forward to next month, I've already got one nomination from the police department. I think what I'm going to try and do for next month, in consideration of your time as well as the mayor's time, we'll probably try and have something the first week of December that will cover both November and December. So if you'll be sure to get me your nomination so we have enough, we'll pick somebody for the November Employee of the Month as well as the December, and then that'll kind of get us through the holidays as people are taking vacations and ensure that we have a nice crowd to recognize the achievements of both recipients from that month. So please do get your nominations in. And for the directors that are ensuring that we get those responses back, whether somebody's going to attend or they're able to attend or not, I thank you for your continued efforts and cooperating with us from that aspect. Mayor?
Great job, Ed. Let's give Ed a hand. Well, it's exciting to have Councilman Johnson here, everybody. This is CJ, are you filming this? It's nice when you have a team player on the council. Well, most importantly, I know we have some friends and family here, but I'll give you one little story. I won't keep you too long today, but as always, I want to say thank you for what you do, and Tim, you do a great job too. I just wanted you to know. Thanks for help. He knows?
He knows.
He knows. He helped me out this morning, so that was good. We're almost to that solution. But on a serious note, I was at Goodwill this morning on Cervantes. Is it Goodwill, Councilman Johnson?
Yes, it is.
And I ran into our good plug. I ran into one of our previous public servants. He was the public defender, but he just was applauding. I guess I see Jerry. Where's Jerry Moore? There's Jerry. One of our guys from sanitation, and he's 72, 73 years old, and he said the city has never been better. And you got some incredible group of employees. So that was literally, I don't know, a couple hours ago. I ran into him, and he was just applauding what we do as a community, not just our police that's out on the street all the time, and our fire, who people see mostly, but it was our sanitation guys that were going the extra mile to clean up some leaves. He lives over there on Lee Street. But you guys are the glue that keep everything together. I can get excited and rant and rave, as I always say, but the community is doing so great, and we couldn't do it without you, and that's why I'm not for consolidation. Is that on tape? Right now, but it's really exciting what's going on in Pensacola. Chief, are you all right back there? I don't want you to fall back in that chair. So keep doing what you're doing and enjoy your Thanksgiving. I guess are we going to have one before Thanksgiving? I guess we're not.
Veterans Day, yes, sir.
Oh, we are. Are we going to have another employee recognition Veterans Day?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Next holiday.
Well, if I don't see all of you, have a wonderful holiday, and thank you for what you do. Thank you for making me look good, so I really appreciate it. Continue to do what you're doing. Thank you. Stay safe.